Let me ask you something. How many times have you looked in the mirror and thought, I'm not good enough? Maybe it was after scrolling through social media, comparing your life to someone else's highlight reel. Maybe it was when you failed at something and felt like a loser. Or maybe it was when someone you cared about rejected you, and you wondered if you even mattered. Here's the truth most people never hear. Your worth is not determined by your bank account, your looks, your job title, or even the approval of others. Your worth is something deeper, something that no failure, no rejection, and no criticism can ever take away. Today, I want to take you on a journey. By the end of this video, you'll learn not only what self-worth truly means, but also how to build a level of self-belief so strong, it becomes unshakable. In America, we live in a culture that celebrates achievement. Success stories are everywhere, on TV, on Instagram, in conversations with friends. We admire the winners, the wealthy, the beautiful. But beneath the surface, millions silently struggle with low self-worth. Think about it. Why do so many people stay in toxic relationships? Why do talented students quit their passions halfway through? Why do successful CEOs still feel like imposters? Because somewhere deep down, they don't feel enough. Without self-worth, every win feels temporary and every failure feels permanent. Without self-worth, love feels conditional. You only deserve it if you're perfect. Without self-worth, happiness always feels one step away. But when you build true self-belief, the game changes. You stop begging for validation. You stop shrinking in fear. You stop living life on other people's terms. Self-worth is the foundation of freedom.
Let me tell you about Daniel. Daniel grew up in Ohio, the middle child in a family that struggled financially. His older brother was the star athlete, his younger sister the straight-A student. Daniel, he felt invisible. One day in high school, Daniel tried out for the school play. He practiced his lines, poured his heart into the audition, but halfway through he froze. The audience laughed, the teacher sighed, and Daniel ran off the stage in shame. That night, lying in bed, he whispered to himself, "I'll never be good enough." That belief stuck with him. In college, he avoided opportunities. At work, he stayed quiet, terrified of making mistakes. His life became smaller and smaller, not because he lacked talent, but because he lacked belief. Until one day, a mentor told him, "Daniel, your worth doesn't come from being flawless. It comes from being you." That sentence cracked his old belief wide open. For the first time, Daniel began to wonder, what if he was enough all along?
Psychologists define self-worth as the belief that you are valuable simply because you exist. It's different from self-confidence, which is about skills. You can be confident in math, but still doubt your worth as a person. Studies in cognitive psychology show that much of our self-worth is shaped in childhood, through how parents treated us, how teachers praised or criticized us, and how peers compared themselves to us. The brain internalizes those experiences as truth. If you were told you're a failure, your brain may still replay that tape decades later. But neuroscience gives us hope. Thanks to neuroplasticity, we can literally rewire our brains. When you challenge negative self-talk and replace it with healthier thoughts, you create new neural pathways. Over time, those pathways grow stronger, and the old ones weaken. This is why therapy, journaling, affirmations, and meditation work. They're not just feel-good habits. They're biological rewiring tools. And when your inner wiring changes, your outer life changes. So what keeps us from building self-worth? 1. Comparison culture. We compare our lives to Instagram influencers or LinkedIn success stories. But comparison is a thief. It only shows the surface, not the struggle. 2. Conditional love. Many grew up believing love had to be earned with grades, trophies, or behavior. This belief sticks and makes adults chase approval endlessly. 3. Failure and rejection. Instead of seeing setbacks as normal, we see them as proof we're not enough. One breakup, one rejection letter, one mistake, and we internalize it as identity. 4. Imposter syndrome. Even high achievers often feel like frauds, terrified someone will find out they don't deserve their success. The The problem is all these obstacles tie worth to performance. To build unshakable self-worth, we have to detach value from outcomes and root it in our very existence. Here are 5 tools to strengthen self-worth every single day. 1. Mirror work. Each morning, look into your eyes in the mirror and say, "I am enough." It feels awkward at first, but repetition retrains your subconscious. 2. Affirmations with evidence. Instead of vague statements, list real moments. I showed courage when I applied for that job. I showed kindness when I helped my friend. This grounds your worth in lived truth. Gratitude journaling. Every night, write down 3 things you appreciate about yourself, not your possessions, but you. Example: patience, humor, persistence. 4. Set boundaries. Say no when needed. Each time you set a boundary, you tell yourself, "My time and energy matter." That's self-worth in action. 5. Detach from results. Instead of asking, "Did I succeed?" ask, "Did I show up authentically?" This reframes failure as growth, not identity. Self-worth isn't built in a day, it's built in daily choices. Each of these practices is a brick, and with consistency, they form a wall of inner strength.
Now meet Emily. Emily loved painting. Ever since childhood in California, she dreamed of being an artist. But her father often told her, "Art won't pay the bills. Get a real job." Those words pierced her heart. So Emily hid her art. She went to business school, got a corporate job, smiled on the outside, but inside she felt empty. Every time she looked at her sketchbook, guilt whispered, "You're wasting your time." One evening, she visited a local art gallery. An older artist noticed her staring at a painting and asked about her story. Hesitantly, Emily admitted, "I used to paint, but I quit. I guess I wasn't good enough." The artist smiled gently and said, "Do you create to prove you're worthy or because you already are?" Those words hit like thunder. Emily realized her worth didn't depend on money, approval, or her father's voice. She was worthy because she existed. From that day, she picked up her brush again, this time painting for freedom, not validation.
Think of self-worth like the roots of a tree. If the roots are shallow, every storm can knock it down. Criticism, rejection, failure, one strong wind, and you collapse. But if the roots are deep, storms may bend the branches, but the tree still stands tall. Or picture a house. If you build it on sand, success, money, likes, it will wash away with the first big wave. But if you build it on rock, the unchanging truth that you are worthy, the house will stand for generations. Another metaphor: imagine a $100 bill. Crumple it, step on it, stain it. It never loses its value. The same is true for you. No matter what happens, your worth doesn't decrease. So what have we learned? Self-worth is not earned. It's remembered. Daniel's and Emily's stories remind us that false beliefs can imprison us, but truth can set us free. Science shows that our brains can be rewired. Common obstacles like comparison and rejection lose power when we root our worth inside. Practical exercises, mirror work, affirmations, boundaries, gratitude help us practice self-belief daily. Remember, storms will come, failures will happen, but your worth remains untouched. Like the roots of a tree, the deeper you build it, the stronger you stand. Here's my challenge. Tonight, stand in front of the mirror and say, "I am enough exactly as I am." Tomorrow, write down 3 qualities you value about yourself. This week, set one boundary that honors your worth. Don't just watch this video, live it. Share it with someone who doubts themselves. Because the world doesn't need more perfect people. It needs people who know their worth. You are enough, you always have been. Now it's time to believe it and live like it.